Hey guys, so Sharla is leaving Japan. It really doesn't come as a surprise to me, really, because I mean, like, I didn't think that one person would stay in the same place forever. But I mean, like, I guess it really depends on, you know, how you feel about the place and the people there, the culture, and so forth. Is it the place that you see yourself being in for a long period of time, or if it's going to be something like shorter, like give yourself 3 years just to see how you fit in, and if it's the right place for you. You know, if you can really feel it deep down in your heart, then like you'll stay there. But if it's not the thing for you, or if you want to travel the world or something, then obviously you give yourself a limit of time that you'll be in a certain place. So she's been here for years, on and off since like high school. So like the years has added up for her. But I mean, like, she's made a name for herself in Japan, as you guys know. It was Sharla in Japan. She's pretty much done with that name, I'm sure. She probably needs to move on to something new, like Sharla in the universe. I'm gonna go with that, or you know. But you know, something along those lines, because I'm sure she's gonna be all over the place here on out, you know. But since she is leaving me alone, how could she? I thought I would just go into, you know, just how me and her met. Majority of you guys know that we went to the same, what would that be, college in Japan. I was gonna say study abroad, but yeah, college in Japan. So we came here, and she was a third year when I arrived, and I was pretty much her senpai. Yes, I was. Because I came for a study abroad program, so for me, I was pretty much always tagged with the fourth years instead of the third years. So it was cool because I met her, and we would always hang out. I met a lot of different people. I mean, I was very, very active in my college. I did so many different things to try to meet different Japanese people and make different friends, because I thought that would be the best way to do so. But obviously I had a lot of foreign friends. The ones that were in my Japanese class, the ones outside my Japanese class, and just random people here and there that would just add me to random social medias. I'm like, I don't even know you, you know, that kind of thing. But you know, the first day I met her, I can't really recall, actually. I don't know if it was in my director's office, which it probably would have had to be. I just know pretty much how our friendship just grew from meeting her for the first time, and then just going from there. I mean, she was obviously, like I said, underneath me in terms of she was the third year, and I pretty much talked to a lot of fourth year people, and I went to the fourth year Zimmies. If you don't know what a Zimmy is, that is a seminar for Japanese people in college. I don't know if they have them in anything. I don't know if they have them in high school or so forth. Maybe they do, but then I guess they would just have, like, well, they also have clubs in college too. So maybe they do, maybe they don't. But Zimmies are in college, so you have like a circle, and then you go to those meetings like once every week. Usually those are just pretty much probably the same group of people that you're going to be with for the 4 years that you're in college. I went to the meetings a lot, so I would see her. I would see some of the other two people, if you saw my last video, which was Aji and Jin, because they were third years with Sharla too. So we would always talk, and it was just so fun, like being able to meet them and talk to them, being able to meet a lot of the other people. But me and Sharla, I don't know, I feel like out of all the people I met during that time, we hung out the most. We talked pretty much the most. Pretty much, I want to say the same for her too. Out of all the people that we met, like we've, you know, different social medias, we always talk to each other on. We was always in contact on, and so forth. Always trying to figure out what we're doing. We would eat lunch together and with other people too sometimes, but she was always at the bread shop, always at the bread shop. So I mean, I didn't really have to like look for her because I knew where she would be. But it was always fun meeting her there, and then she also was starting YouTube. I don't know if that's I think she was already in YouTube for a bit by then. What was that, like 6 years ago? 7? I think she was already doing YouTube by then. Yeah. if I'm correct. That's a question for her, actually. I'm gonna leave that alone. But you know, from there, like, we would just hang out and just have fun. And then every once in a while, Jin would come with us, which was the taller Asian guy, if you saw my video. But yeah, he would come with us and he would hang out. But the majority of the time, it was me and her. And we just did so much. I would always go to her apartment and we would shoot videos. So if you haven't seen any of those old videos, like, you know, the McDonald's, when we ate some, like, chicken nuggets with, what was that? Wasabi sauce or something like that, when they had that flavor. Actually, I really want to try that again, but that's going off topic. But we had that, you know, and just like some questionnaires back then. So like at that point in time, when like she told me so she was already doing YouTube. But when she told me that she was doing YouTube, like, she asked me to do the certain videos with her, which I was like, okay, cool, that's cool. But like at the same time, like, I think I was a little like, oh my god, like, what am I doing, kind of thing. But I was like, cool, let's do this. But at the same time, it's just like, you know, because you never know. But I mean, like, it went away quickly for me, and it was just like whatever. But then when I started my own, which is probably a story for a different vlog, but that it was more like again, because I guess because I was alone. And back then I used to always be with Sharla and so forth, so that helped ease my way into like just doing the videos with her. And then when I did it by myself, that's a whole another story, you know. But you know, we did some of those videos, like I said, like the questionnaires way back then when I used to straighten my hair. If you've seen any of those videos, it was just all huge and big and spiked up and stuff. And then Sharla was still looking the same. Obviously, if you've seen any of her videos, I don't think she really changed over the years. I think she got thinner though. Did she? I think so. I mean, besides the hair changes and so forth, lengthwise, color-wise, you know. But it was just, I don't know, it was just always fun hanging out with her. And then doing that, I think it was after, like, one of the questionnaires that we had, that she was like, you're just so good at doing YouTube. Like, you seem to have so much fun with it. Like, you should start your own YouTube. And I was just like, oh, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. I didn't really think about, like, doing anything like that. She's like, no, I think you would really, really, really be good at it. And I'm like, oh no. She's like, no, you have to. I feel that if you started YouTube, that you'd be really good at it. People would follow you and subscribe to you just because of the person you are and your personality. And I was just like, oh, you know, like, just hearing somebody just have like that sort of like encouragement toward me, you know, and just to think that I can do something. Because YouTube, you know, it's small but it's big, you know, like, because people are hearing your voice, like, it's traveling across all different types of social medias, you know, from like Twitter to like Instagram to so forth. So like, that's a big one. I mean, like, movie stars, yeah, those are big too, but YouTube, like, especially depending on how far you go in YouTube, like, I mean, even with the people that I have now, like, just knowing that thousands of people like hear me and just know what I'm going through, and like, that's pretty big, honestly, you know. And she just knew that I would be good at it, and I'm just like, wow, like, that's amazing. Because I mean, I have friends like that already, but more supportive. I don't think I have a friend that, okay, I do more now, per se, but like with her, it was like really pushing me, like, I think you would be good at this, you should give it a try, you know. And like, that's why I started YouTube back then. Obviously I took a break because I had to go back for complications with my knees, but then, like, I don't even think I made that many videos, if you guys seen any of those past videos, you know. And then after that, I came back and officially started YouTube last year. But you know, just like over the years, just like hanging out with her, you know, and just building that friendship, and just knowing that, like, pretty much I had her in Japan. Like, if anything, I knew like I had her, and I could tell you why I knew I had her. So I'm gonna give you the one story that I thought I would share. I did tell her I was gonna share it anyway. She was like, ah, okay. So you know, pretty much it's a green light, I want to say. Yeah, but anyway. Way back when, me and Charlie used to talk all the time on social, on different chats and so forth. So like even when I wasn't with her, we were talking on some form of chat. Always, obviously for the past 6-7 years now. So yeah, that, you know, I've always had that, you know, with her. And when we're not hanging out, it's like walking home after meeting up or whatever, or riding our bikes home after meet up and still messaging. But anyway, this night, it was particularly stormy. Like, I mean, like, super strong winds. The rain was horrendous. Like, the rain was horrible. You probably should not have been going outside, I'm gonna say. It was not typhoon season, but was it? Anyway, it was super rainy, and it was super windy. And I was studying. I was studying. Obviously, I was always studying. But I got a call, and I was like, "Oh, okay, she's calling me," you know. And then I got it, and then she was just hysterically crying, and I'm like, "Oh my God, what's going on?" Like, I didn't know pretty much what was going on. I was just like hello, like what's happening, you know? And then she was crying, and she was just telling me about her boyfriend at the time. They got into an argument, and she was crying and so forth, and I was just like, oh no, you know. And I'm just like, oh my God, please stop crying, please stop crying. Like in my head, I'm like, please stop crying, because then I might have to go over there. I'm like, I have to go. I was like, I have to go over there. And then I was looking outside, I was like, oh my God, this weather is not go out weather. It's like, oh. And then I don't have a, like at that time I didn't have a car, I only had a bike. And she was pretty far from me. And I was just like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to go, I'm gonna have to go. And I'm just like, oh, maybe she stops crying on the phone, then I'll be good. She never stopped crying. I was like, okay. I was like, oh, I was like, I'm going to come see you. And she's like, no. It's so windy in the storm and stuff. And I was like, no, it's fine. She's like, no. I was like, okay, bye, I'm coming. And then I hung up the phone. I think I don't know how many. I put on two. I had a sweater. I used to wear a sweater and like 2 jackets, I think, back then. Anyway, put all that on. I got on my bike. I had brought out the umbrella for like 2 seconds, and then I was like, no, because if it breaks, I won't have an umbrella. Which is the one thing, if you ever walk around Japan, the one thing people throw like all over the place is broken umbrellas. Once that wind hits it and it breaks, people just throw it like. So if you go through like ditches, or like if you go to the countryside where there's just a whole lot of rice fields, majority of the time if a storm hit, you'll just see a whole lot of like just broken umbrellas just like everywhere, because people, I guess they got mad or they didn't want to carry it no more because it's broken or whatever, but they'll throw it to the side. So I'm just like, oh, I'm just gonna have to do this without. I think I put on like a beanie, I put like the top of my jacket on, and I'm like pedaling in this storm to go see her. I'm just like, I was like, oh, this is horrible. But I was like, I already got this far. I was like, I have to make it all the way there. Made it to her house, and she's like, oh my God, you came. And then we just talked it out, you know, and then she finally calmed down, you know, and we were pretty much good to go. I think I talked to her for a few hours and so forth. But, I mean, I do a lot for people already. But, like, as we get up in, like, bounds of doing stuff, that's a big one. Because, my God, it was, like, super stormy. Like, yeah, that seems like a big one, I'm gonna say, right? Is that is that like, would you cross the storm for anybody? And I mean, like, not even close. Like, she lived far from me, kind of. Oh, well, riding bike and especially walking wise, that would have taken me some time, especially in that storm. But like, I went all the way there. I got all the way there. We talked. you know, she calmed down and so forth. And like, I don't know, I felt like ever since then, it just more like our friendship just more grew and grew and grew. We used to always hang out. If you seen my Twitter, I posted like some old old Purikara pictures that we took like way back when with like Jin. That was like 6 years ago now. 5-6 years ago now. But like we was always hanging out, and like I just felt like over time it just grew. Even when I had to go back to America to work on my legs, we would always talk on like different chats and so forth, you know. And then like she was super excited because I said I was gonna come back to Japan. There's a lot of other in-between stories that I'll tell you about, like me trying to do other things like on a different, you know, vlog or whatever. But I just felt like over the years, like I just knew that I really had a good friend in her, you know. That's why I always say like she's like my best friend. Like at this point I feel like she's just like my sister, you know, because like I don't know, I feel so much love for her. Like she's really pushed me to do YouTube. She's pushed me in other things, you know. When there's something wrong or something, we talk about everything. I mean, we talk daily. We talk now daily, you know. And we talk about everything, and I can always talk to her about stuff, and she's like, well, no, because if I know I'm wrong, I like quickly apologize. Sometimes I over apologize, which some people says you kind of need to stop. You apologize too much, you know. But I don't know. It's just my personality. Like, oh, I felt like I did something wrong, so I should say something, you know. But like she always has my back, and if I could talk to her about anything, and she's always there to listen, you know. And when I had the issues like with the cops in the beginning, and even you know, recently I was able to talk to her about it and so forth, you know. And like I just love that I had that in somebody in Japan, you know, because going to a different place but not having somebody you can really depend on sucks. But when you have somebody that has your back like that much, you know, then like, and that supports you in anything that you do and so forth, it's really good, you know. It's very uplifting, you know. And it does suck because like the reason I came to Japan was to learn Japanese. I did the classes for learning Japanese, and right now at this point in time, the only way I'm going to get better is by talking to people and maybe reading books. I can read books on my own, and finding somebody I could talk to on a daily basis in Japanese, you know, is pretty hard, you know. So, you know, I don't have that. So at this point, it's just like, kind of why am I here? Because the only other person like that held me down was Sharla too, you know, because I knew she was here. And then at this point, the only other thing was the Japanese, like I said, and I'm probably not going to get there. It's probably going to take me years and years and years to really find a good friend. But I really want to travel the world. So if I can't figure out like my, something that holds me down here, then, you know, it's like maybe I should leave kind of thing, you know. If I have to study Japanese on my own, you know, in Japan, then I might as well study it on my own in a different country or so forth, you know. But like, I don't know. I felt like I just lost what's holding me here, I want to say, because she's not here anymore, you know. Which it really sucks because like I don't know, it just made me think about everything. And like the only other reason I would stay here is obviously because I love Visual K, for the concerts and so forth. Besides that, I love the Japanese culture and so forth. But like, I have a bucket list of things I want to complete in my life, and one is to learn a lot of different languages. And if I can't become the level that I want to be in Japanese, because I can't really find somebody to really conversate with, you know, on a daily basis, walking around, just going here and there, and like even if it's a language exchange, whatever. But like if I can't get that, then it was just like, well, why am I still here, you know? And that's where I'm at right now, you know. Charlotte had held me here, you know, because I always had that with her. And I knew, even though everything else was just like kind of wavering, because I'm like, I still can't. I still had her, but now that she's not here, it's just like, so maybe I can move on, you know? So that's where I'm at. But I really want to share the story about, you know, just so you know that, like, me and Charlotte's been through a lot, and we've grown over the years so much. There's other stuff that's happened, obviously. That was just one story that I thought it was like a very big story for me, because I was like, man, I do a lot more for people now, but I don't know if I would do that for somebody I really just met. But yeah, I thought I would share that with you guys. So I hope you enjoyed story time with Greg. Yeah. Besides that, every once in a while I am actually on Twitch now playing Monster Hunter, if you guys want to check that out. But I will leave on that note. See you next time. Bye. Oh wow, you're still here. Oh wait, don't forget to check the description box below. I put a lot of different things in there, like my lovely friends, my social medias, just in case you want to catch up with me on Twitter or Instagram and so forth like that. So make sure to please check that out, okay? See you guys next time. Bye.